Welcome to Apartment Luxe, where luxury meets imagination.
The apartment announces itself before a single object is understood. From the entry, the apartment expands suddenly, vertically and laterally, into the living room. The ceiling lifts to a double height, revealing a vast volume carved from glass, carbon, and shadow. Floor-to-ceiling glazing frames London from above, the city stretching outward and downward in layered geometry. This is not a view meant for contemplation alone. It feels observational, strategic. Running through the center of the living room is an architectural gesture that defines the entire residence. The McLaren F1 does not dominate through excess, it dominates through correctness. Around it, the living room is fully furnished. Intentional, grounded, inhabitable. Low, wide lounge seating sits in planted formations, upholstered in a mix of performance leather and Alcantara. Carbon fiber bases anchor the furniture visually to the floor, while softer contours introduce control without compromise. Sculptural tables in dark stone and composite materials sit low, emphasizing the horizontal pull of the room against the vertical volume above. Nothing feels decorative. Everything feels designed. From the living room, the space transitions into the dining room, not as an afterthought, but as a statement of equal weight. The dining room is long, deliberate, and unapologetically performance-driven. At its center sits a 12-seat dining table, constructed entirely from carbon fiber. The surface stretches with aerodynamic confidence, its edges sculpted, its weave exposed and directional, reading unmistakably as monocoque logic translated into furniture. 12 McLaren-inspired dining chairs line the table, their carbon shells shaped like performance seats, upholstered in leather and Alcantara. They are aggressive in form, precise in execution, and surprisingly restrained in color, built to support conversation, not overpower it. The room is balanced by architectural lighting that runs linear and controlled above the table. Beyond the dining room, the kitchen reveals itself as a continuation of the same engineering language. Large in scale and disciplined in layout, the kitchen is defined by carbon-accented cabinetry, stone surfaces with softened aerodynamic edges, and hardware machined with the same attention given to mechanical components. The space is clearly designed to function, not to perform theatrically, and yet its presence is undeniable. From here, the apartment subtly reconnects to its core. Sightlines pull back toward the living room. This is not a place inspired by speed. It is a place engineered around it. The master bedroom opens as an extreme concept suite, unapologetic in scale and geometry. The room is wide and commanding, its lines sharp, its presence assertive. At the center sits the bed, a low, ultra-aggressive form that reads immediately as McLaren-inspired. The structure resembles a performance shell rather than furniture. Carbon fiber bodywork, exposed channels, Alcantara, and performance leather pulled tight with intent. It feels planted, grounded, designed to resist motion rather than invite rest. Near the window, a dedicated seating area anchors the room to the skyline. Lounge chairs with carbon frames and tailored upholstery face outward, positioned for pause rather than relaxation. The walk-in closet continues the performance language with precision. This is not storage, it is a collector's environment. Cabinetry lines the space in disciplined symmetry, leather-lined interiors meeting carbon fiber framing. A central island introduces weight and focus, stone above, carbon below, used for accessories that feel curated rather than accumulated. Lighting is integrated and intentional, revealing texture, stitching, and joinery with clarity. The bathroom shifts the narrative from motion to control. At its center rests a carbon fiber bathtub formed like a monocoque. Sculptural, structural, uncompromising. Stone surfaces surround it with mass and restraint, while performance materials appear where function demands them. The room feels technical, ritualistic, precise. From here, the apartment opens outward once more. The terrace is a high-performance sky deck, elevated far above the city. Furniture is aerodynamic in silhouette, framed in carbon and metal, positioned to face the horizon rather than each other. Glass barriers dissolve the boundary between interior and sky. This is not an outdoor lounge designed for leisure. It is a vantage point. The city feels mapped rather than admired. The office completes the private sequence with authority. Designed as a chairman's performance suite, the space is expansive and controlled. A monumental desk anchors the room, its surfaces layered in carbon, leather, and stone. Behind it, mounted at a dynamic angle, is a real McLaren Formula One race car. Not hidden, not framed as memorabilia. Engineered directly into the wall as a statement of lineage, speed, and intent. The room balances power with focus. Seating for private meetings sits nearby, understated but precise. Materials are dark, weighty, disciplined. The presence of the car does not distract, it contextualizes everything else. As the apartment draws to a close, the architecture reconnects subtly to its core. Reflections reveal fragments of glass, carbon, and city light. The McLaren F1 in the living room is no longer the center of attention. It is part of the structure, embedded in the identity of the space. This apartment does not celebrate luxury as comfort. It defines luxury as performance, controlled and lived with intention. At One Hyde Park, speed has been given walls, weight, and silence. If you enjoyed the tour, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, let us know where you're watching from, and subscribe for more stories where luxury meets imagination.